hear the term conservation, you might think of wildlife or land preservation. But what about the things that we eat? DeMarco Morgan is here to tell us about how a group of renowned chefs is focusing on responsible ingredients. DeMarco, good morning.
Good morning to you. Right now, we rely on just 1% of available crops to fuel our diets, and experts say that could put the future of our food system at risk. Last week, some leaders in the restaurant industry got together at Google offices here in New York, and they wanted to shed light on lesser-known crops, an effort to encourage a more diverse and delicious future.
Breadfruit tiki, tap tacos, and fonio salad. The ingredients in these dishes may sound strange, but Eric Oberholzer thinks they could be the next big thing.
There was a time that we can remember, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, where nobody knew what quinoa is. Now it's everywhere. Acai was this esoteric berry from the Amazon. Now there are whole concepts called acai bowl. So we believe that we're going to present the next acai and next quinoa tonight, and you'll see in 5 years teff or fonio or breadfruit might be everywhere, and that would be a great success.
Oberholzer found success by focusing on sustainability at the restaurant chain Tender Greens. Now he wants his fellow chefs to introduce more diverse ingredients, a way to ensure food security for the future. That's why Oberholzer helped to cook up the Food Forever experience, featuring overlooked fruit, vegetables, and grains. His partner was Marie Haga, the executive director of Crop Trust.
Over many years, scientists have secured millions of samples of crop varieties and gene banks.
An international organization working to safeguard agriculture.
So you too believe that we can end hunger with the crops and the food that we have now?
More than 50% of the food we eat come from 4 crops. This makes us extremely vulnerable. So one of the things that we are trying to do now is to introduce more diversity into this food system.
It's a way to make food sexy, again.
Super sexy and delicious and relatable and affordable and accessible. And every one of us has an opportunity 3 times a day to participate in this movement. And part of who and what we are can be also told through the story of our seeds and the plants and the influences of all these ingredients. So there's this magical world to discover.
Much of that magic is rooted in the past.
You can see here butter lettuce, butterhead from France, 1775. That's when those seeds were saved. These plants having been grown or tasted since then.
1775.
That's right.
A hydroponic system fitted with grow lights brought these antique greens into the 21st century.
It's all about flavor, and if we can grow them right by our kitchen, then it doesn't have to be transported anywhere.
Crop Trust guards about 1 million varieties of seeds in this mountain in Svalbard, Norway. As seen on Sunday morning last year, the Doomsday Vault is the backup for 1,700 seed banks worldwide in the event of some future apocalypse. According to Crop Trust, there are 30,000 edible plant species, but we only eat about 150 of them. Many of those forgotten crops have high nutritional value and are resilient, even in the face of climate change. Like tepary beans, which farmers have grown in the Southwest for centuries and are one of the most drought-tolerant foods in the world.
You have something that doesn't suck up so much water, which is an important resource in California.
Others joined in to create futuristic dishes, including veteran chef Lord Cardoz. This Frankie was filled with a spicy jackfruit stew set on a bed of amaranth and ancient gluten-free grain.
I believe it's my job to introduce people to ingredients that they don't know. And it's my job to show people that you don't only need to eat, say, beef tenderloin every single day. There are other cuts from the animal. There are other grains besides wheat and rice.
I like.
Yeah.
Chef Umber Ahmad came up with a pudding cake using dates and kernza, a cousin of wheat that is perennial and can prevent erosion.
Majority of the population is under the age of 40. The majority of the population is not exposed to places that have arable land and water. So if we can create these crops and we can inspire other people to use them in different ways, that will become a movement and people will get fed.
All right, let's try it. I'm ready.
It's really good.
It's good?
Like super duper good.
Oh, good.
These chefs proved planting the seeds for a more sustainable future can be delicious.
My mission was to bring good food to everybody. And now it's really that everybody, it's not just the 99% in Los Angeles or New York, but that's everybody on the planet. Through crowdsourcing, through influence, through inspiration, through this movement, we can inspire other like-minded chefs and their farmers and their audience, their diners, to participate in a way that makes sense to them. And like that, we can truly bring good food to everybody on the planet. And if we do that while taking care of the planet, we've done something amazing. And that gets me out of bed every morning.
Now, all of this is in support of the United Nations, I should say, goal to end hunger by the year 2030. And the organizers hope to take the Food Forever experience around the entire world. And I got to be honest with you guys, when you think about preparing for the future, you think about going green or buying eco-friendly products. You never think about the future of food. Yeah. So this is a good thing to think.
Well, and I can tell it's good by the big bites you were taking.
Yeah. It was pretty tasty. Our producer, Video, she wanted me to try the crickets, but I was like, nah, Brian.
I'm with you on that one. DeMarco, thank you.